What's up guys, and welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies Heroes, and today we're gonna be going ahead and checking out a brand new hero. We haven't done this in a little while, so I'm super excited to do it because there are actually two heroes available for me to get from the shop, and they are Captain Combustible and Immorticia. Now I'm gonna be focusing on Immorticia today because you might know that way back when the beta of this game first launched, I actually did already have Captain Combustible and we've shown him off in a previous episode, but unfortunately my save file got cleared before the game launched at some point. It's old history. All you have to know is that I've actually played Captain Combustible before, but I have never ever played Immorticia, so I'm excited to try her out. So let's go ahead and give that a shot and see how it ends up working out and see, if we have a good time with this. So we just purchased Immorticia, so let's see what we get inside of here. And hopefully something good. Of course, it said already what it comes with, so it's not really that big of a surprise. It's just a few basic commons and some uncommons and one premium rare. Then the hero herself, Immorticia. And this seems really cool because she seems like an interesting character. I've always gone up against her. It's been, pretty tough. But as you can see here, we got the Haunting Zombie, which is going to be recycled. The B Flat, which is also going to be recycled. The Brain Vendor, also recycled. Rocket Science, also recycled, just because I already have 4 of them. And even the Wizard Gargantuar will also be recycled, just because I have them. Luckily, you can't recycle a hero, but the Immorticia hero, she is of course brainy and she is also beastly, so that makes for an interesting combo that I'm not really sure what we'll do with, but yes, she's a zombie and a witch. She believes death is too short to limit oneself, so that's very, very cool. So we're gonna go ahead and try her out. Today we're gonna go online, but as you can see here, introducing Immorticia, a zombie heroine flees her for her unlife. Curses. So she actually talks and everything. Curses. I mean, I guess all of them talk. Is this the end of Immorticia? Ha ha ha. Curses. Not when she summons her batty friends for backup. Touch anywhere to continue. And I would love her and Neptuna to make an appearance in Garden Warfare 2 one day. I just feel like we need female zombies in Garden Warfare 2. But as you can see now that we've bought that, it is not here anymore. Also, one thing to know is that there is a time travel bundle, which is you can actually get early access to an event card. I don't know if you guys want to see that. I don't know. Maybe we'll focus on that later. But for right now, we're just gonna go ahead and enjoy Immorticia online. Now, if you guys haven't seen many of my hero showcases in this game, what I basically do is that first, the game will auto make a deck for you. So it should already be made. Let's first recycle these. Just some extras, not anything crazy. But like I said, if we go over here and wait, no, wrong side. We should actually be able to see what Immorticia deck we have set up. I won't be changing it because I just like to give a whirl at whatever the game makes for us to see like what works with the character, what I should replace with what. And of course, if you guys have Immorticia and you wanna let me know your thoughts on her and some strategies you have, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But this seems to be an interesting deck. Some pets in here. A lot of pets actually, so that's actually an interesting focus. It seems to be a very weird and off-kilter deck. I really don't know what bases it makes these decks under, so I'm not really sure, but like I said, we'll play one game with that, see how well it turns out. If it turns out well, awesome. If it doesn't, then we'll go ahead and try to make our own. So with that being said, let's go online and find a casual match and get started. All right, so here we are. It's Immorticia versus Solar Flare, and I've had the worst luck with Solar Flares recently, so hopefully this turns out well, but there's only one way to find out, and that is just to hop in and go for it. So really, I think that what we should do is that we have the Zookeeper. We have a lot of pet-related things, so it looks like that's really what we're gonna wanna focus on for the most part is, that pet focus of it. I won't put off the dog walker yet. We'll just hold off for that. But like I said, yeah, I think the best thing for her will be a pet-focused deck. I really don't know what other things she could focus on. I mean, can she use imps? That's more of sneaky, right? I'm pretty sure that's more sneaky. But either way, okay, she's gonna get some, she got a decent, start there with that. I always feel so hesitant putting any of these out. I mean, maybe I would have been better with the dog walker being put out first because I could have, countered that sunflower. But you know what, she's gonna get extra sun one way or another. She's a solar flare. All right then, so she's gonna play a little bit of that. So unfortunately, I'm not in a good situation here, but I think next turn I'll be able to turn it around to something a little bit more positive. So let's hope that is the case. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and put you out here, and then I'll put you out here, and that'll make you take you out guaranteed unless she has some shenanigans to play, like she might have berries or anything like that. I'm not really sure. But it seems like Immorticia can actually go for a really good heavy trick-related deck. Every time I've gone against her, it's always been about having an insane amount of tricks, so that's pretty darn cool, so hopefully we can start seeing that. Her signature superpower is pretty cool as well. It summons a bunch of bats, and you know, it's very different because you don't usually see that in PvZ Heroes. Mostly all the cards are zombie related on the zombie side, or at least, I guess sometimes they're animal related, but it just seems out of the way a little bit with how it is with Immorticias. I don't know what it is, I think it's cool though. For right now, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Yeti, because I think that would just be a nice way to boost everybody else up. Let's see how that works. And am I playing well? Probably not. I haven't played too much recently just because I've been busy with other games. I'm sure if you've paid attention to the channel, you would know that. Garden Warfare 2 has been crazy. Garden Warfare 1 has been just like, I've been working really hard with, you know, certain stuff I'm working towards that, like the Unicorn Chopper. So I just haven't had the time to properly play in ways that I normally like to. But this solar flare seems very against the idea of going against my Zookeeper. Like, if I was her, I would have put that blueberry in front of the Zookeeper. That way you could take care of the puppy walker and also the Zookeeper, right? Doesn't that seem like a good idea? Maybe not. She's singing about something even though she's out of sun. So that's weird. But you know what? Casual games will be casual games. We definitely have the card advantage, but if we can't survive long enough to use it, it doesn't really matter because we only have 7 health right now. We're gonna get our first shield here in a moment. Did she disconnect? What's going on? Well, she actually disconnected. Okay. You know, things were turning out pretty well for you there. You had a 10 health lead, you had some decent cards out there, but you know what? Okay, I'll take the win. I get 150 free tickets for the awesome looking new card that we got this time around, but let's go ahead and continue on. And we'll just try to find another game with that deck setup. I wanna actually try a real game with the deck that the game makes me before we move on to anything else. So let's just try it one more time. All right, so this is an interesting start going against Chompzilla. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy up here. It's just a really darn good starting card. If not anything else, it encourages the Chompzilla to play a card that'll most likely get destroyed, so that's always good. I mean, the Chompzilla could have the signature superpower, but I would much rather her, you know, use that turn 1 than I play up a Zookeeper that's super scary within the next few turns, and it just turned out really well for me. So, you know, there's a lot of things we could do like that, so, you know, dragging out that signature for her, especially since I literally just get another one, that's a perfect opportunity for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that and see how things continue. I just find it funny that I immediately get another one. These guys are great just because they get that +1/1. You can play them on turn 1. It's a pretty powerful card. Now that isn't fun to go against. I could throw against this -1/1. I just don't think it's gonna have that huge of a dent. But we can try other things in the meantime. Okay, so not bad looking, not bad. I figure I could just go ahead and play this for now. I think that she's probably gonna go for either the puppy zombie here, or I don't think she's gonna target the Zookeeper. And if she does, she does. I mean, there's not too much I can do about it, but I don't wanna stall out too long. I feel like that's not something I wanna do with this character, is stall out all too much. Like usually I have a slower play style where if I need to wait an extra turn and get the good setup, I wait the extra turn. And most of the times it works out for me, but certain characters just can't support that, and I think this is one of them. So I'm gonna be trying to work quick here. Now she tried to, I don't know if that was on purpose, but she's gonna try to heal herself with that, and that's gonna boost up the damage of the Pepper MD, which once again, I'm not really too worried about. If you guys haven't noticed, we got a Locust, so that's gonna immediately destroy the Pepper MD before he gets too scary. And I'll also boost up my Zookeeper a little bit more, so like really just not a problem there. In the meantime though, I can play other cards like you and you. I probably should have played the one on the right first, that way he could have gotten up to 4 damage. My mistake, but it happens that way sometimes. But it seems like this Chompzilla has a healing focus setup to boost that Pepper MD, which I actually have a very similar setup. Oh, and this is where I can actually use this, and then she won't be able to take that out. But yeah, I actually have a very similar setup with my Chompzilla. It's more of a flower-based first, healing second, but I think it might be the other way around for this Chompzilla. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting, but maybe that won't be true. But so far, it looks like it's a no-brainer to use this. Okay, maybe now it'll be a bit of a mistake, but either way, I think it's still worth using. So let's go ahead and do this, because all 3 of our cards down here, okay, 2 out of our 3 cards will end up surviving, and we'll be able to take care of all 3 of them. I can use the Locust on the Black-Eyed Pea if I need to, so that's not always the biggest worry in the world. So let's see what's gonna go on here. Looks like everything's gonna work as expected, which is good. Neither of us have got our shield activated. We'll get another Locust, so I just sort of need to hold out and see what choice is the best one. because she's most likely gonna put something in front of the zoologist, which is not something I want, but is something that is most likely gonna happen. But let's see for ourselves before we make any assumptions. Can't speak right today. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like a blabbermouth. Just cannot get the words that I want out into the world. All right, so, really? That's an interesting choice. I see what you mean. Unfortunately, the locusts don't care how much health your character has, so I'm gonna be able to get rid of you. That's probably not gonna make the Chompzilla all that happy, but there you go. So with that being said, I'm gonna activate our shield here. It's definitely not gonna be her signature because she already used that, but it could be Transmorgify. Actually, I don't think it can be. I don't think she has, okay, she's gonna draw, yeah, she definitely does not have Transmorgify. I'm getting that mixed up with other characters, but we're gonna hit her for 5, so far we're doing great. We can do that again if we want to. I'm gonna go ahead and play you in the water just because I don't think she's going to have too many cards to counteract that. I could have saved that for the locusts. Maybe that would have been the better idea, especially, oh, okay. Well, if she's just gonna go ahead and squash it, then I made the better choice. Okay, so unless she has, oh, she's gonna concede. She just wanted to get her little bit of sassiness out before she left. Okay, that's fine. We get another game 1, which means 15 extra cards for us. Now this deck seems pretty fine in, you know, casual play, but I just don't know how good it's gonna be in competitive, and that's sort of a different question. I think that I'll sit down now and I'll try to sort of play 2 of Immorticia superpower. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. We haven't seen her signature superpower yet, which I really wanna see. So I'm gonna sit down for a moment and try to figure out a good pet-themed deck for her. So here's a look at the deck I've been sort of curating here. It's probably not the best in the world and I'll find a million flaws with it, but I enjoy it. I think being able to filter in a lot of cards will be pretty good. Not only that, but of course we're going to be able to have a lot of pet cards here and really beef up like the zoologist and anybody accompanying him. So let's go ahead and give that a shot on some casual. And if we win this casual game, I'll go on the ranked and we'll see how well we do there. But with that being said, I might go on the ranked and get my butt beat because we might just be playing with lower level casual people. But either way, I'm having a lot of fun with this character. I can see different possibilities if I had more associating cards with her. So hopefully soon I'll be able to do that and try out different strategies. But this doesn't seem like a bad first hand. I'm really looking for a signature power because that would be really nice just to sort of check out and the show off and everything. So I'm hoping for that to happen in this game or the next game or at some point or another, but we only have to hope. It's all we can do. But for right now, I'm just gonna go. Okay. So now we're just gonna wait it on. Okay, so maybe I should have done something about that, but there's only so much you can do in this world, isn't there? I mean, really what I could do is that by turn 3, it'll be a little bit scary, but it won't be super scary, so I can go ahead and throw out the, this guy right here, and just damage it and then, you know, accompany it with this. It's just, you know, like that sort of solves the problem. So I'm not really too worried about it, but for now, I think that I'm just gonna go ahead and, I guess, play Yoon. Sort of as like more of an intimidation move than anything else for right now. And then next turn it'll actually be beefed up to a point where I like. So she's not actually gonna do anything about it either, which is also another big thing. So let's see if she does anything about it this turn. If she doesn't, then that's a pretty big deal right there. But we'll have to see. Because for right now, I could go ahead and just bada boom you, just like that. And that's gonna give me +3 brains, so I get all of my brains back. And then I can just go ahead and boom, and then boom. And then she's gonna be super powerful. She didn't play, well, I mean, now she gets a chance to play something in front of it. So let's see if she does. I hope she does. If anything, it serves as a big distraction. That way my Zookeeper just gets to survive. So, ooh, okay. I'm not gonna complain about that one. And why not is because now I can use this next turn and that'll be nice and dandy. In the meantime, now we can destroy you as much as possible. Bada boom. And this is great because we're gonna be able to do some easy damage to her. She won't even know what's gonna hit her. So that'll also be good. Okay. So I, of course, can't use everything here. So I'm gonna go ahead and place you here. This will leave me with 1 brains that I'll, of course, spend doing this on the P. I don't think she's gonna be playing anything that's any more scary than that. She's gonna freeze that, that's not a problem. So she seems like she's more of a pea shooter focused green shadow deck. Okay, and that sort of stinks. Not too much I can do about it anyways, so might as well just keep working with what I got, which will be 8 damage, which is more than half of her health right now, you know, given it doesn't activate the shield. But it might, and that'll be fine. Let's see, it's gonna be 4 damage. Ooh, that was really good. So there's another 4 damage right there, leaving her with 6 health. Good, good, good. Ooh, and we get you. You are still a super powerful 2 brains card. So let's just go ahead and throw you out there. Let's see, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Both of us get 2 cards. We've already shown off this card on its own video before, but if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. I think what I'm gonna do as a strategy here is I'm not gonna do anything else. I might throw the vitamin Z on somebody here. We'll have to see on who that'll be, but chances are it'll be Yoon. Now, why I wanna do you is just because the Green Shadow could go ahead and throw her signature down the center lane if that's what she ends up getting here. So let's see what she ends up getting here. It might be that, it might not be, but there shouldn't be anything too scary. She's gonna throw out that's gonna take care of the 2 in the, on the left side. Not worried about it in the slightest because I wanna be able to hit you like this and be able to win. So there you go, that was a good game. Now let's go ahead and get our butts beat unranked. I mean, we should try it, see how well it works out with this deck. It seems to be just sort of your basic, easy to understand, pet-based deck. So it's not too bad, it's not too difficult. Hopefully we'll have a good time continuing on. So let's go ahead. Ooh, oh yeah, we got this. So there's another few gems. I really haven't been doing much of the hero quest. I mean, I only have like 2 other heroes I haven't completed the hero quest with, so we gotta play 4 tricks. That won't be too bad. We'll probably do that in like the 1 game, but we'll have to see. Either way, let's go to ranked. Let's see if we can continue in the Diamond League instead of moving backwards. That would be really nice, but for now, we're going against somebody who's lower level than us, but as you guys know, levels don't always matter. That person could be on the win streak of their life and I might not be able to stop that. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. I really do love the design of this character though. I mean, that's sort of the thing. It's just like you don't see any female zombies in Garden Warfare 2 or, Garden Warfare 1 even. So I'd love to see that change. Like we didn't even see it much. Like I don't remember any female zombies in PvZ 1 either. So it's a rarity for one reason or another. Either they just don't think about it or it's just something weird canonically. I'm not sure, but I think it needs to change. I think, it's time for some female zombies like Immorticia to lead the front against plants because I just think that's really cool. It diversifies the game with new fresh faces and makes things super duper interesting. So with that being said, I'm not gonna waste that card here, but yeah, that's already 1 trick we can use. Okay, not a bad setup so far. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play you here. That way, if she does play something behind that, like like an ice pea or something, I can at least lower it, but wow, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna be able to do anything here. I hate this guy. I used to, back when the game was first in beta, when we first got it and started the series, this used to be one of my least favorite cards to go against. You don't see it much nowadays, so it's not a common card. I mean, there might just simply be better cards, but unfortunately, because of that, we won't be using that guy much now, will we? Okay, so what should I use against him? Definitely just throw out you. You'll take him out unless, she intervenes in some way. Not only that, but I'll get my 3 brains back. So now I have a few options, and I guess the best one would be put you here and put you there. Was that a good idea? It should be fine. She has 3 sun though, so she could make something work here. Just don't know what that'll be. Okay, it's gonna be the Podfather, which is not a bad card to play, especially since the Podfather will be able to take care of my friend here, the puppy dog zombie, but hey. Things should be decently balanced. You'll be able to do 1 damage there, but he's gonna get taken out anyways, so it's sort of like a no harm, no foul. Okay, this could turn out well, could turn out not so well, so I can only hope that it turns out on the better side of things. I think I could probably, let me get away with doing this. I'm gonna throw this guy out, he's gonna get me some extra cards, he's gonna get her some extra cards, but my hope is that I can use them better than her anyways, so not bad at all. But I guess I could play you. As yet again, another intimidation factor. That's what I like about this card. Having a 4 health card and turn 1, you feel like you need to do something about it, And because of that, there's sort of the psychology thing where you can sort of trick them into making their moves a little earlier than they should. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and play this to definitely get rid of the Podfather while keeping this regifting zombie. You're gonna bounce him, which honestly, that stings, but it's not the biggest loss. So let's go ahead, get rid of the Podfather ASAP. Because you still have that 1 damage, like that's just your base 1 damage because of the, the Zookeeper. But now I can combo things up really well if I need to, and I get another one of you. So for right now, I think it would be the best idea since I don't really have any tricks that can circumvent if he tries, or if she tries to take anything out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do this combo. It'll boost up the crazy zombie cat lady. and it'll also just sort of, give a boost to the other 2 cards as well. Everything is super scary right now, so her decision making is gonna have to be really critical. Either she can go for the low health things like the Zookeeper and the regifting, or she can try to take out this. She has to make a good decision here, but it looks like she is actually going for this route, which is really weird. Huh, okay then, I would have frozen, the cat lady herself. That way you could definitely, well, I guess she will still be able to definitely take her out this turn, but you would have been able to keep your little moss guy there, but that's really weird. I guess she would rather prefer, getting rid of, I don't know. It's just weird, because you could have kept your card there and it would have been no loss. It's like, this guy's gonna come back no matter what. So that's just a really weird choice in my eyes. What I will do? I'll play nothing, that way I can play this then. She'll think that I don't have anything up my sleeve, but I have a ton up my sleeve. Ooh, that is not a fun card to go against. Okay, so, what, that's brutal. I've never seen a splash damage focused deck before. That's insane. First thing I'm gonna do, I don't know if I want to though. Whew. Okay, so actually I can at least buff you up strong enough so that you survive, and that way you're going to hit her super duper hard. And then I'll just worry about, this teleporter next turn. But we're gonna hit her for 7 damage, so no matter what, this is gonna be pretty big. Bada boom. And wait, why didn't that gifting zombie attack? Oh, because she got taken out the previous turn. Ah, okay. Whoops. Okay, what do I want to do about this? I think I can go for the same strategy again if I want to. So it's just a matter if I want to or not. Figure we'll try this, wait it out, see what happens. Okay, so what kind of trick is he gonna play with this? Ooh, he's gonna attack down the, okay. That should still make the moss do a bonus attack, yep. Oh, but not enough to take it out. Ooh, okay. So I have a few options here. I think the best one, it's hard to say. It's really, really hard to say. I've never seen a splash damage focused deck before. This is insane. Props to this one. This our opponent here, because I've never seen this before. And I like it when they throw me something I haven't seen before. Okay then, this is gonna give me +5 health. +5, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna survive with 1 health here. Gonna go ahead with this. It might hurt a little bit, but it'll be worth doing because we'll actually be able to take her out and win. Okay, a good game though. Very good game, and we might even get a trick out of this. Not looking like it. Okay, I didn't do my math wrong, that's good, because it was pretty basic math, but there we go, we even win a ranked match with our Immorticia deck. But like I already said earlier in the video, let me know in the comment section below, what are your awesome decks for Immorticia, or if you just have some in general tips with her. I wish we could have shown off her signature superpower, but we just didn't really get it, so hopefully next time. But it's pretty cool either way, you should definitely check it out. Maybe I'll pull it up in the collection menu right here in a moment, but still, some pretty easy starting off character quests as well. So if you want to earn a little bit of extra gems to get your investment back, if you go ahead and buy her with the 750 gems, definitely worth it. Trying to get all the characters is always a fun endeavor, but let's go ahead, check her out really quickly and see if we can't find out. Yeah, right here. So this is her signature superpower. We didn't actually even see this one, which we've seen this one before. This one is the summoning, make a random zombie that costs 2 brains or less, but we didn't see that today. And then, which is familiar. It's a pet superpower trick, so it does even play into the pet deck build, but to make a 2/1 Zombats that says when hurt, I can't speak. Make a 2/1 Zombats that says when hurts a plant, draw a card. So this is actually very good if you have a bonus attack set up, or maybe you could just protect it in some way, make it keep attacking the enemy. That way it can get you extra cards and keep, running your momentum. It's a very big card, really. It's one of the scarier signature superpowers. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a like, share it with your friends and family, and of course, comment in the comment section below. If you watched this point of video, make sure you comment Zebrabat so I know you've watched the video and that you are a Zebratastic viewer. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.